Okay.
Well, here you are again.
How do you do, ma'am? I represent the Revlon Company.
I'm sorry, I don't want any.
Don't want any what? Hey, how you doing, guy?
I'm fine.
You're looking the same as ever.
Ready to go for another session in the old kitchen?
Yeah, what the dickens is this over here?
See,
It looks
Man's
like
place
toast
is
rounds.
definitely like a crouton.
Oh, is
Big
that right?
croutons.
Big
It's
croutons.
for the onion soup.
Big fat croutons.
You want that bowl brimming with onion soup and
What?
then a crouton right in the middle.
is that
and
what you're making?
Parmesan cheese on the top.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I could. It's a man's kind of dinner, you know.
I know what you mean.
Yes, partner.
Boom, beep, boom, beep. You're about the cowboy.
Oh, no, right off.
No, seriously.
Oh, I gotta hear
And the guy says, well, listen, are you a real cowboy? And he says, yes, I am. He says, well, if you're a real cowboy, how come you don't have bowed legs? He says, 'cause I ride a thin horse. Oh, we're having fun already. I'll get my apron. Where did I leave my apron,
We're
Lee?
also going to do Hungarian chicken, sticky chicken.
Whoa.
It's
Sticky
it's
chicken
an old
sounds
family
to me
recipe.
like... What?
An old family recipe.
Oh, Aunt Matilda again.
Yes, she's been working in the kitchen again.
They're working in...
Pass this along from generation to generation.
With sticky chicken sounds to me like a Thai dish.
No, it's Hawaii. It's Hawaii. It's Hungarian.
Oh, that's very close to Hawaii.
It's steamed rice with the chicken and all of the flavors and the elegance of one pot dinner.
Oh, that's Hawaii. Okay, so we're going to come back and make Hungarian sticky chicken with what? That's it?
With what?
With big fat croutons.
No, we're doing the onion soup, beer soup, garlic soup. It's all the same. Okay. It's all in one pot. It's good. You'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Don't go away.
Yeah, no.
We'll be right back. This is called a long flat red.
I went out with her, I believe.
Food Fairs, two grumpy guys in the kitchen, brought to you by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair. And by Done Right Foods, the finest label for your table.
Well, you know, we use Done Right chicken on the show, and that's my favorite dish. I'm sorry, chickens, you taste too good. That's the worst thing.
What was that song about in Nashville? Between the Colonel, Eddie, and Minnie, there isn't a chicken safe in Tennessee. Everybody loves chicken. Of course, talk about Eddie Arnold, Minnie Pearl, and the Colonel.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right.
Need to explain.
We got to get working here
audience.
because we got a lot of show to do.
Okay, well, let's get going. I'm ready for you. Hungarian sticky chicken.
We're going to do soup first of all.
Used to be a joke about that I'm not going to use.
I'm going to make the soup.
Well, you just got a plastic bag filled with cut up onion.
Yeah,
Okay. Big pot.
Fire up the old grill.
And what's
here.
on here? Are you cooking something back here?
None of your business.
Oh.
You're never supposed to tell what's in the pot.
Keep the secret from the other show,
This
man.
is television.
Pardon me.
We're going to need 4
That's a Monty Python thing.
4 pounds of onions.
What?
The last
you're
time,
making onion soup.
Remember that time I did the recipe with all the onions?
Yeah.
Some guy said 16 onions. I get more trouble at grocery stores. A grocery store particularly.
Stay out of food fair stores.
Yeah.
Well, no. Wait a minute.
No, that's why I do my shopping.
What have I said? Oh, no. Go to food fair stores. You stay there. Let me go to the food fair stores and take the heat. Lee gets heat from absolutely everybody he meets about his dishes because they say, "Are you kidding me? 4 pounds of cumin. What are you going to do with that?"
I'm going to smash some garlic.
Oh, boy, when you get angry, your eyes dance. But I've told you that before.
Well, it's
Onion soup, huh?
Yeah.
You know, this is odd, but I have, usually I buy that powdered stuff, or I have it in a restaurant. And, well, there's a story there, Lee, but I don't think you want to hear it. So I don't have onion soup very often.
I was wondering where you were going with it.
Well, I was going to the washroom is where I was going.
I don't want to hear about
with it.
it.
But it's a dish I've never made.
I dropped the garlic.
You dropped 2 garlics. You want me to wash this off?
No. Don't pick that up. I'm not putting that in a pot.
Lee. Lee.
But they got the
can't
idea.
Get up.
Yeah, you're getting old.
Ah, there I am.
Okay.
Okay, so you've already lost a clove of garlic.
Let's get these onions in.
Okay, that's not
Look at
16
these
onions. How many onions is that?
That's 4 onions.
Is that what you said you were
Well, I
going to
know
use?
16 onions was in the Orlov.
Oh, another dish.
From Russia. Remember that?
Yeah.
They have nothing there to eat.
Oh,
but onions.
yeah. Pork Orlov, you
Yeah.
did.
And then we're going to put that garlic.
Okay, garlic. There's nothing in this pot. There's no oil or anything in there.
Not yet.
You put the onions in first, Don't you ordinarily put the olive oil in
Yeah,
first?
I'm just putting a little
Not
bit.
you.
I'm just putting a
You've
little
always
bit
been a rebel, haven't you?
in. Yes, a rebel in the kitchen.
Yes, sir. You remember Marlon Brando playing Johnny in The Wild One? They say to him, "So you're a rebel. What are you rebelling against?" And you know what he said?
I can't believe it.
"What do you got?" That's what he said.
Really?
Never forgot that.
You said that?
Yeah. I went home and said that to my dad. "Dad, I'm rebelling." He said, "What against?" I
Oh, you
said,
said
"What do
you-
you got?" You
you
know what he said to me?
I'm afraid
"You
I-
better go to your room." So I did.
I thought you said you were revolting.
What are you doing? You're opening a beer bottle, for crying out. Lee, they've got this new thing that they just invented. No, here. What have you done with that? You're going to ruin it.
I go back to the old days.
See, Lee.
Twist out.
They had beer bottles.
I know they
Go
twist
like
out.
that. See? So. Now, I know you've been away
I was so busy listening to your story. I did it the way we did it in the old days.
in the old days with your teeth.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Well, you remember those guys? Today they've got absolutely nothing in the front of their mouth. It's like a hockey player.
Uh-huh. Yes,
It
sir.
was Doug Smith, I guess it was. He used to play with the Jets and in the NHL.
Doug Smith?
And,
Don't remember him.
well, he kept saying...
It wasn't Gary Smith, the goalie that
No,
you're thinking of.
Doug Smith.
Okay, all right.
anyway.
No, I don't recall.
He,
Doug.
well, he was at Ab McDonald. He played...
Oh, I remember Ab.
Sure, well.
Ab's a good friend of mine.
They always take their teeth out. I mean, none of them have teeth from playing hockey. Now they wear face masks. I wish this would cook.
What's this got to do? Oh, beer bottles. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, they...
All right, so we're doing onion soup, and
Yeah.
so far you got a whole
Onions.
pile of
I got
red
garlic in
and
there.
white onions. What's this?
This is broth, beef broth.
Okay, like consomme.
Yeah, we should brown that a little more, of course. But
What do you
we'll
mean,
be
of
here all
course?
day, waiting for it to brown.
Every time we
You got
start
the
a
basic
show, you're
idea.
saying, "We'll be here all day."
I don't want to be
Why
here
don't you
all day.
plan these things better? You see, the idea of the show, Lee,
I'm
is for
working
you to
here.
have this stuff
I'm working here.
planned.
All right, I'm just...
People tune in, they don't know what the dickens is going on because you don't
Okay,
have it
well,
planned.
it'll boil.
We'll work on the plan and come back in a minute.
I ain't.
And I'll teach Lee how to open beer bottles. Lord love it.
Lee's Leftovers presented by Done Right Foods, the finest label for your table.
Doing a pretty international dish. Onion soup. Is this French onion soup or just onion soup?
It's onion, beer,
Yeah,
garlic.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know what
onion, beer, garlic
nationality
soup.
it is.
Okay.
It's got
What
a
is the
little bit of-
difference of French onion soup? I got a leaky nose.
French onion soup has got a lot of cheese in it. And, it's some wine in there if you want. Some
Vive.
sherry.
Yep.
Sherry was very nice.
Vive.
in there.
Yes, she was.
And
But
then
what are we talking about?
Now we're going to just let that to cook for a while.
Okay,
We'll
so
put that
in
aside.
here you got red onions, white onions, all sliced up.
Yeah.
Consomme.
Beef
what else
bouillon
did you
or
put
beef
in there?
broth.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Beef bouillon.
Oh, I want to
right?
put a little sugar in there.
And
too,
something
Bill.
else.
I want to put a little sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never heard of that in onion soup.
You do now.
Wow.
Okay, and the beer. Half a beer.
Oh yeah, and a half a bottle
Half
of
a
beer.
beer.
Provided you know how to open the bottle.
Yeah. Okay, you see how important that garlic
At
was?
least you didn't open it the way you usually do.
So you can use butter,
Yeah.
or you can use olive oil. We use olive oil.
You did.
Healthier
Yes.
for you.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So what do you got the butter for? And besides that, the
I
Manitoba,
wanted to show people
the
difference.
Manitoba Butter Marketing Board are some pleased that you made that little announcement. Of course, I told people to stay out of food fair stores, but we're reeving up. All right.
Oh, be quiet. You're digging yourself deeper.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh, what, you got a bottle of olive oil in your hand. What are you doing with it?
I'm going to put...
You got a hot pot here, so I would imagine the one goes into the other.
I'm putting it
Not
in
to help you, but ooh, smoky.
Okay.
Damn, smoking. What is Smokey Robinson's real first
Okay.
name? Huh?
I have no idea. I'm going to brown this chicken.
You don't know, do
See,
you?
you had to bone the chicken.
Yeah, don't know, do you?
What's his
Call
real name?
yourself a music
Smokey
aficionado.
Robinson's real name.
Is Bill.
Bill Robinson.
Bill Robinson, right. Like Bill Bojangles Robinson.
Remember him. Dancer?
Oh, yeah, great dancer.
Bojangles.
Great dancer. Yeah. If you watch the History Channel, on which you and I appear every Tuesday night, you see Bill Robinson sometimes with a scene he did with Shirley Temple. Yeah. Dancing up and downstairs. Yeah. You know who else used to dance with Shirley Temple?
I'm afraid to ask.
Buddy Ebsen.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean...
Yeah. Hillbillies. Beverly Hillbillies.
Jed.
Yeah.
Jed
No.
Clampett.
Yeah, Jed Clampett. That's right. How does that song
Now,
go?
we're browning this chicken in case you're
Gather round children, the story ought to know. Love the man who
You don't have to turn the channel. You just have to watch this show. You hear all the themes and all the jokes.
Well, I love chicken. I told you that, eh? So this is just an ordinary chicken all cut up.
Is it ordinary chicken?
Ordinary chicken.
My Aunt Matilda used to raise a lot of chickens. And geese and turkeys.
Yeah. Turkeys.
But when they saw
Turkeys. Don't say turkey to me.
You're on a turkey farm.
I worked on a turkey farm when I was a kid. I couldn't wait to kill them. It's a terrible thing to say, but it's true. I hated those turkeys so much. This is how dumb a turkey is. You know why? It's because we humans have a lot to do with this. We bred, well, I didn't. I just gave them food and water. But the other people bred the brains right out of turkeys. So the turkeys you got, I mean, they're all just big-breasted, and I don't mean to draw similarities here with anything, but they bred the brains right out of them. They used to be the smartest bird in the world. No, seriously.
Oh.
But they're so dumb now, when you put them out on the range and it rains, they look up and they get the water and they drown. I hated working with turkeys. This isn't turkey, is it?
Oh, I know you for what, 27 years?
Yeah.
We travel to golf courses.
Yeah.
And when we go by a golf course, there's usually a turkey farm nearby.
Yeah, turkey ranch.
Turkey ranch.
And I tell you this story.
27 times
Every year.
every year.
Well, it really affected me. I couldn't wait to kill them.
He's a wonderful guest at Christmas, folks. He really runs down your turkey.
No, the thing is, I love eating them. I really do. Because I'm thinking to myself, that'll get you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay,
It's our own fault because they used to be the smartest bird in the world, and now they're the dumbest.
wild turkeys.
Wild turkeys are the smartest bird in
Pilgrims
the world.
used to hunt them.
Wild, yeah, and they couldn't catch them.
Hey, in southern Manitoba, Turtle
And-
Mountain, they shoot them down there.
They don't.
They do.
Oh,
They run around the bush. Whack. Bring home a turkey.
who does? Who runs around in the bush? Whoop.
You do at the turkey farm.
The wild turkey, Benjamin Franklin wanted the wild turkey to be the national bird emblem of the United States of
Why was
America.
that? Why was that?
Because he didn't like the eagle. And there was quite a thing for a while. They were going to make the turkey the national emblem of the United States.
How's our...
Canada, of course,
There's nothing
for the
happening
beaver.
with this turkey.
Now, there's something to think of. Am I on your way?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you do? The stove is not working.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, it's
What do you mean it's
All
not
right,
working?
all right. I stand corrected.
Okay. As the lady said when she put on support pantyhose and orthopedic shoes, I stand corrected.
All right, we browned the chicken. All right?
I did it again, but you didn't know. Yeah, you're browning chicken, so big deal.
Now we got to start putting the other ingredients in.
Oh, we're making sticky chicken, Hungarian sticky chicken. Well, here come the
Well,
ingredients.
you see, I got a little problem here.
What's your big
I got
problem?
to take that chicken out of there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll
You
use
gotta-
this colander here.
What are you taking it out of there? You
Well,
just put it
because
in.
I want to get to
I want to get to Oshkosh, Bagosh, Wisconsin before I die, but that doesn't mean I got to do it right this instant.
I want to get to that, like the brown stuff at the bottom.
The brown stuff at the bottom. Boy, you are some
from the brown.
trained chef,
Now,
aren't you?
Now, because
I
of the
like
time,
the brown stuff at the bottom.
Oh no, the sticky bits.
Tell me, Chef Jean-Louis, what do you like best? I like the brown stuff at the bottom.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you're taking it out of there for what reason? You're going to make a sort of a gravy?
Yeah,
or
I'm going to make the sauce.
You're always making a sauce.
The juice and the things. In it.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
far, you're doing real
So we've
good.
taken that out of there.
Real good.
All right.
For a man doing two dishes at the same time, Hungarian sticky
I'm not
chicken
doing too bad, am
and
I?
beer, cheese, garlic, onion soup. Oh, no cheese. Beer, garlic, onion soup. You're doing great. What do we got there?
Onion.
Oh, another onion.
Okay.
Not enough onions in your life.
There's never enough onions in my life.
I understand. Hit the garbage if you please. Thank you. Oh, you missed with that. Oh, drive me nuts. Well, listen. While we're carrying on, and I think we're doing very well, other than the smoke. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of moments here and phone the fire department. Would you mute this, please? Move that off of there.
Lee's Leftovers, presented by Done Right Foods, a supplier of portion control poultry since 1945. You're watching Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen, brought to you in part by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair.
Okay, so you took the chicken out of the pot, put some olive oil in, and a bunch of onions.
That's right.
There's a reason for this? Have they got some for the...
You get the sticky bits at the bottom.
Oh, I see. So, okay.
Yeah, I want the sticky bits at the bottom.
Yeah, all right. That gives flavor to the onions.
It does.
Yeah.
Don.
Okay.
Now we...
How's our beer onion garlic soup coming?
Take a peek.
It's boiling.
It's perking.
You know what? I think I left my socks in there.
Very funny.
I like
Okay, let's put that in there.
Okay. Green pepper
Green pepper
and onions.
and onion.
All part of the Hungarian sticky chicken dish. And of course, recipes available at your nearest food fair store, or come to that at your farthest food fair
Now,
store.
we're going to just fry that up a little bit
And we'll have them for you at the end of the show.
until the onions and the pepper are limp. Make them nice and limp. And that way, it blends in nicely.
Why would you want to make them limp? Isn't the idea of green pepper and onion crispness, freshness, al dente, so to speak?
The other thing is
what do you got?
rice. The very basic of this recipe, chicken rice. Let's sprinkle it over here.
You didn't even cook that stuff.
It's cooking in the juice.
Is that ordinary rice?
Yeah, it's ordinary rice.
Okay.
You can use any kind of rice you want. I would suggest just long grain.
Could you use a risotto?
No.
You couldn't?
No.
See, well, make that point clear.
Boy.
Use why? Because suppose somebody forgot and put risotto in there and the recipe was a complete and utter failure, they would be distraught and they would walk up to you in a grocery store and harangue you about not saying don't
Now,
use risotto.
we're putting Hungarian paprika in there.
Hungarian paprika.
That's what gives it its flavor.
Okay.
And we're going to put a
I
fair amount in
wonder, and maybe you've wondered about this in
there.
the
I got to
past.
see how much just to make sure I got the
You
right
need
amount.
help opening that?
No. I'm going to put about 2
I
tablespoons.
wonder, said
2
he
tablespoons.
wonderingly.
That's about 1.
I guess, sure. It's a
what-
handful is what it is.
No.
But the paprika is a pepper, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if that grows in Hungary because all Hungarian
Yes, it
cooking
does.
appears to be connected to the paprika flavor.
Family. The family.
Yeah. So does the paprika
It's
come
just a
from
big-
Hungary?
it's
Is
a-
that how come?
It's a big red pepper. And it's dried up and it's hot.
So are you.
Okay.
Big and red and dried
And-
up and hot.
We're going to put tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Oh my gosh. A can of tomatoes. What's that got to do with the price of tomatoes? I was in Hungary, did I tell you? Budapest.
Yeah, you told me.
Met a
that.
couple of beautiful young ladies from East Germany there.
Now we're going to put the chicken back in there.
I tried to teach one of them, Ulrike, how to say yes in English, but she couldn't get the hang of it.
Oh, Reiki.
Then I tried to have her smuggled into the country as a desirable
Now make sure you
alien.
bury that chicken in there nicely.
She wrote me the loveliest letter I've ever heard in my life.
Got. Mm-hmm. She wrote your letter?
Yeah, she wrote
I'm
me a
listening to
postcard.
you. I'm paying attention to
Here's
everything
what she
you
said.
say.
Her friend was named Sabina. She was an international law student from Berlin.
Okay.
And she said to me in the postcard, you'll love this.
Yes.
She said, Dear Don, I hope your car did not drive like a tractor, meaning that we'd had some trouble with the car. She said, it snowed in Berlin today, and Sabina and I kissed the snowflakes.
Oh, man.
So when the snow lands on you in Canada, you will remember always.
You have me the lid, please.
Ulrike, Sabina, and
We got
Budapest.
to put some bay leaf in there.
And here I am standing with the likes of you, putting bay leaves into sticky chicken.
He's trying to tell
What
us
an empty generation.
this poignant story. I'm in my hands with rice and chicken, trying to make sure that. Okay, now
You're doing well.
when this goes into the pot,
Yeah.
you don't lift that up until it's ready.
I know about rice.
Because-
no peeking.
Well, it won't be sticky either. See,
Which
all,
is-
all of these blends, the chicken,
Yeah.
the
Onions.
the wonderful stickiness of the chicken,
Yeah, the sticky.
imparts into the rice,
Uh-huh.
and all the flavors of the bay leaf that you saw me put in there.
Your
Tomatoes,
soup's starting to make me ill.
a little. It's come along very nicely. And you'll see how wonderful this looks. It takes a little while to cook until
sure.
you get all the color
Yeah.
and the beer. Speaking of beer,
Why
want
don't you
some?
just drink? Why don't you just
Hey,
drink the beer?
I had a beer.
and order this from somebody else.
Don't anybody leave. There's half a beer missing somewhere. We got
We'll
mice.
search the crew.
We got mice.
And while we're doing, I'll bet a bucket's in his back
No,
pocket.
it was a turkey.
We'll come back in a minute.
It was a turkey.
And see what happened.
Lee's Leftovers, presented by Done Right Foods, the aristocrat of all chickens. You're watching Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen, brought to you in part by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair.
What are you doing?
Okay, so we got this stuff ready, and we'll show you. Tell me about the croutons, or toast rounds is what I call them.
Well, they're just for
Can
put
you
in
see
the onion soup.
Yeah.
And then you put the Parmesan cheese on top of that.
How'd you make the bread circular?
Well,
Take a
cut it
cookie
out
cutter?
with you could take it bread with a cookie cutter or a
Okay.
glass
And brown it.
and brown it, and then put a little butter
Big
on it.
croutons.
A bit
Okay.
of cheese on it.
And the wine you're
and
going to
some garlic
serve.
on it. That would help. Maybe a little beer on it.
Oh, did you find that beer?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
What wine with this delicious meal?
This is a Schmidt von Schmidt, a
beg pardon?
Neersteiner Cabinet.
Where?
A Neersteiner Cabinet.
Okay. Is that very Neersteiner
It's
Cabinet?
a very nice wine,
Yeah.
and it goes well with chicken.
Is it from Germany?
Yes. Can we look at this stuff now?
Oh, let's look at the
I'll
food.
sip this first.
And this particular particular dish. First of all, you've put a little garnish on the beer garlic onion soup.
That's for the onion soup. Now I'll tell you what it looks like when it comes out of the pot.
Alrighty.
So when we go to the pot and we take the lid off,
Yep.
this is how it looks after it's cooked. Because I know when you first had it there, you thought it looked a little watery, a little
Yep.
wimpy.
Ta-da! Ooh,
There,
really
isn't
soaks
that
up,
good?
eh?
Isn't that, yeah, it kind of soaks up.
Terrific.
Now if you move over here a little bit,
Yeah.
there, after we, see, we didn't allow the steam to come through.
Hungarian sticky chicken.
Hungarian steak, look at that. Isn't that chicken? Oh, no,
Oh,
nice.
oh,
I love
oh.
it. And I'm going to take it over here,
Okay.
and Debbie will
I'll
put it on the table
I'll be
for
lonesome
us.
without you, but go ahead.
And here, of course, we have the soup.
You put a little cheese
Already.
on the soup. What
Yeah.
cheese did you use?
Parmesan.
Oh yeah, a little grated.
Parmesan
You
cheese.
use a Romano, or is that a little too strong?
I would use Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
We'll stick with the winner.
Already.
And of course, the cheese will kind of melt in it.
How about
as well.
Asiaga? Could you use that?
As I said, the Parmesan is a very nice cheese.
If you put a Gruyere on there, it would melt, wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Well, you could. Okay.
Remember, the
All right.
recipe that you're seeing here now is available at a food fair store, and it's a fun to. This is really good stuff.
Well, that, as you see, that pot can feed 8, maybe 10 people.
And the stuff in it would feed even more.
And of course, the
That was humor there. Went right by you, didn't it? Eh?
I quit.
You
How
don't
about
pay
that?
it. No, don't quit. We got more shows to do. I hope. Did I tell people to stay out of their food fair store? I didn't
The
mean
onion
it.
soup.
We'll be back next week. Join us. Two grumpy guys in the kitchen. I'm Don Percy. Here's Lee Major. Goodbye.
Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen has been brought to you by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair. And by Done Right Foods, the finest label for your table. The Grumpy Guy's Kitchen, supplied by Gateway Kitchen and Bath Center, crafted precisely for you. Special thanks to the Bay Downtown for all appliances, utensils, place settings, and set decoration. Promotional consideration thanks to KY58, Good Time Oldies, Nighttime Sports. This has been a Grumpy Guys production.